What up, everybody? My name is Ben Henderson from Emily and Me Living with Ichthyosis, and today I'm going to be doing an over-the-phone call interview with Twompson Prater. Today we're going to be doing an over-the-phone call interview with master grower Twompson Prater, who also happens to be the CEO and founder of Rx Canna Care. And if you don't already know, Rx Canna Care is a company that provides high-quality CBD-infused products ranging from creams, lotions, and sugar scrubs to oil tinctures that you can use on yourself or your dog. But the interview is starting right now. Hey, Twompson, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
I really appreciate you taking the time to call us in and answer some of my questions today, man.
Yeah, of course, no problem at all.
Well, awesome. So how you been? What have you been up to lately?
Oh, I've been good. We've been prepping for this event. We're doing the World CBD Expo here this weekend in San Jose, so we've been getting all of our literature together and all of our products and all that fun stuff for the event.
Well, right on. So I've been looking into the company Rx Canna Care, and I've seen that you are a master grower, and I wanted to ask you, what's your experience when it comes to growing cannabis? More specifically, how long have you been doing it? What drew you to it? And what made you stick with it?
Actually, I've been in the cannabis industry for probably about 18 years as far as professionally, cognitively. I've been in the cannabis space my whole life. My dad was a master grower, so some of my earliest memories were frolicking around in the little pot fields. So it just seemed kind of natural. My dad, he was a biker, ex-Marine, so when he started growing medicinally, he wasn't the kind of guy that was going to go into your hydroponics store and try to buy products or nutrients or this, that, the other. So it was right around when I was in high school and I was going through chemistry and physics and all that fun stuff to where he was like, hey, why don't you go down to the hydro store and give me some nutrients? And so I really started to take interest into what are we feeding our plants, cell biology, and, I was actually able to apply what I was learning in school hands-on into the grows that my dad was doing and just helping with that. So it's just something that's been a part of my life I've been a long-time advocate of the plant, and, randomly about 4 or 5 years ago, my little sister, she's a few years younger than me, but she was graduating San Francisco State, and she was going to walk and do a little speech and all that fun stuff, and she ran out of her steroid cream, and she has eczema, and her eczema was spreading up to her neck, and it was starting to get onto her face, and she was kind of just mocking me at the time, and she called me, and she was like, hey, can't you make me some kind of a weed cream, Mr. Weed Guy? And I was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. And, I started looking into skincare and, what is it that's in the product that we're putting on our body, and what is cell metabolism, and blah, 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 and, why is my sister breaking out? And I realized that half the ingredients that are on the products didn't really need to be in there, they were just, preservative systems or things that were to increase shelf life, and, I was trying to find something that was a little bit more all-natural, organic for my sister and her skin condition, so, I formulated the Canna Cream, which was the first blend, I guess you could say, and, at first I did have THC in it, but I ran out of THC, and then I sourced some of the highest quality CBD I could find, because being a grower, I know several growers throughout the United States and some of the bigger operations that are out there, so I was able to, source some of the highest quality, all-natural, organically grown CBD that was in America, and, I put that in the product, and, it just works, so it just made sense, it's like I saw how the industry was slowly waking up to cannabinoids and how the space was slowly starting to, be more receptive to what was going on, and I felt like taking the break from the cannabis grow space to enter this area to try to further educate and help people understand, the truth behind cannabinoids and all that fun stuff.
Well, that kind of walks me into my next question, because every day I seem to talk with people from all over the world about the benefits of Rx Canna Care's CBD products. But I also seem to talk with someone every day that has no idea what CBDs are and how they can benefit their health. So can you briefly explain what CBDs are and how Rx Canna Care CBD products can help the body?
I guess my little, in a nutshell, is in short, in our bodies we actually have receptors and endocannabinoid systems, so we have receptors throughout our body that actually receive cannabinoids and cannabinoids only. So it's not like a vitamin receptor or any other kind of nutrient receptor. And, the two only key places to really get cannabinoids on the planet is through the cannabis plant and of course the breast milk. So, we're not all drinking breast milk and we're not all smoking marijuana. So if you're not feeding these receptors, you pretty much have dormant receptors in your body that aren't, doing anything. And the government, they proved in their patent in the 70s, and there's several other, high quality research studies and, educational case studies on cannabinoids and how it interacts with your body. But the two main things that they proved was that cannabinoids help with nutrient transportation and your metabolism, your metabolic rate. So you can pretty much track any kind of, condition or ailment, disease that we have towards the over or under metabolism of nutrients or nutrient deficiencies and, our body's inability to process, for instance, like, diabetes, our body's inability to process sugars. So just knowing that cannabinoids are, play a role in helping our body, like what I really say is that CBD doesn't really do anything. It really helps your body help itself. Proven by the patents is it helps our body run at a most optimal state where the body can do what our body does best, and that is fight off, diseases, fight off toxins, and, try to, benefit our health. And so you have two key receptors. You have, your CB1 and your CB2. So you have your central nervous system receptors, that are, your central nervous system, your spine, your brain. And then you have your CB2 receptors, which are your peripheral nervous system, which is where the topical creams really come into effect because, your skin is the biggest organ in your body. It's not just some encasing that holds in all of your goop. It actually is an organ. So anything you put on your skin, for lack of better words, your skin has to digest it, has to metabolize or try to attempt to process whatever it is you're putting on your skin. For instance, some of the ingredients that we have in our products, they may be all natural and all organic, but we don't produce these ingredients with our body. They're all natural, organic to the world, but not to our body. So when you bind some of these natural organic ingredients with cannabinoids, and our body naturally actually produces cannabinoids, it helps your body recognize these ingredients as non-foreign. It helps with the metabolization process. Even in the surface layers of your skin, even in all cells, we have certain cells called Langerhans cells in our skin, which they actually attach to any impurities that are put on your skin, and it filters it through the layers of your skin and out through your nodes in your body. So your lymph nodes, as you know, can cause a lot of disease and a lot of issues if they're filtering out toxins. So helping our body with what it's filtering and absorbing and metabolizing different nutrients and processing where they need to go can help us prevent potentially other ailments, outside of just skin conditions and, some of the other most noted like anti-inflammatory and different antifungal type properties that, we can help enhance the beneficial properties of. So that's where CBD really comes in. Like I say, it's taking it sublingual so that it helps with your body's CB1 receptors, so it can help with the metabolism, nutrient transportation, but as well as taking it topically. And then when it comes to topically, there's two key ways of looking at it. If we're using high concentrations, like some of the, I sent you the 3 different strengths that we had of the Canna Cream, whether it was the 20 milligram, the 120, and then the 600. So when you have like the 600 milligram in a 2-ounce jar, CBD really becomes one of the active ingredients, and it really helps activate the receptors and helps your body, like I was saying, do what your body does best. Whereas some of our Canna Cosmetics products, you might see a little bit less CBD, but that's because they're more so acting as activator ingredients where they're helping enhance the beneficial properties of the other ingredients already in your product. So really it's just helping your body metabolize. It's helping your body, digest and process whatever it is you're putting in it. Even sublingually taking it with your vitamins. If you're eating a healthy meal and you take some CBD with that healthy meal, you're going to help your body process what it is that it needs to be getting out of the healthy meal that you're eating.
Okay. So, but also, can you tell me what makes Rx Canna Care products different from its competitors?
That's a question that we get a lot. At the end of the day, once you get down to the chemical composition of CBD, it's really all the same. So the real thing that I try to tell consumers when it's coming to what separates my company from other companies, it's the integrity that the owners have and the integrity of the people that work for the company, because there is whole flower CBD and there is hemp CBD and then there is hemp seed oil that has its own beneficial properties. So they all have different price ranges, and
I hear you. Okay.
certain companies
So
might
can you tell me
source
real
a
quick
cheaper
what
version of the
separates
ingredient
Canna
and
Care
tell you
or
it's
RX
higher
Canna
quality, and then they
Care
might
from its
employ some,
competitors?
marketing gimmicks and this, that, the other. So really, it's just working with a company that knows what they're talking about. I tell people you can call me any time of the day, you can message me, you can email me, and I'm willing to ramble, your ears off and tell you everything I know about CBD and the benefits and this, that, the other. Not because I invented it or because, I know more than anybody else, but because I've done my own research. And, same with my products. My products are only the highest quality because I personally have sourced the highest quality ingredients. If there were higher quality ingredients to put in the product, I would find them and I would source them. Because I made the product for my sister and for family members, people can kind of rest assured knowing that I'm not cutting any corners for their product, and I'm doing everything I can to, produce the highest quality ingredients. So at the end of the day, like I was saying, it really just comes down to the integrity of the company itself and what the company ethos is and what we stand for, and what we advocate as far as the space.
Okay, cool. Well, what's the future for Rx Canna Care? Like, what would you say the company's short and long-term goals are?
Well, technically, what I'm trying to accomplish is I want people, anybody who wants to use cannabinoids or introduce CBD into their daily routine, to be using the highest quality product. That's why we started our white label program and our private label program, because it wasn't all about my ego, like, Rx Canna Care, I want the whole world to use Rx Canna. Yeah, of course I want the whole world to be using Rx Canna Care, but at the end of the day, I just want them to be using products that have the quality CBDs. At the end of, I come from a cannabis space, so first and foremost, I'm an advocate for the plant. I'm an advocate for what works, and I just want people to be living a healthier life and being the best version of themselves. So whether that's them using a product that's got my cool little branding on it, or whether that's them using a product that I help another company manufacture so that they can just get it out there. But, my long-term goal is to, try to be what people think of when they think of CBD and skincare. I'm trying to be a thought leader in the space as far as education and, consumer education for the most part, because there's a lot of people who would never even consider using cannabis or cannabinoids or any part of the plant in any of their regimens or routine, and, it really comes down to them not knowing. So if I can help people who are going to look at this space for the first time get a better, more rounded version or idea of what it is, that's what it's really all about. It's like I saw how the skincare industry and how the big corporate industry takes advantage of key ingredients and rips off people who think they need the best. It's like most of our customers, they have real skin conditions, they have real ailments. I guess you can attest for yourself, and it's like I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I was cutting these corners. So at the end of the day, I just want people to use the highest quality possible. So we're trying to let people know that we're not here because of the green rush, but, we were here from the beginning helping people, see the plant and the compounds for what they were from the beginning.
Well, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate you calling in today and answering some of our questions, educating us on CBDs and feeding us some knowledge. And I really just appreciate that you took the time to call in and talk with us.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you taking the time, to talk to me as well. And I'm glad that you guys are, seeing the results that you're seeing, and I'm, so thankful to be a part of, helping the happiness spread in your guys' lives, because that's really what it's all about.
Well, I can tell you that we definitely appreciate your work and what you've been doing. And one person that's definitely benefiting from it is Emily.
Ben, how is Emily doing? Have you tried the higher strength canna cream on her?
So the only place that I have placed it on her is on her scalp. And the reason that I've done that is because is the worry about her eyes. And when I go into that, it starts out from day one. The doctors told us that we could not let Emily's eyes dry out because her eyelids won't shut all the way. And they said that if we didn't take care of her eyes while she was sleeping, there's a very real possibility that she could go blind just from her eyes drying out. And so we've had to get up 2, 3, 4 hours in the middle of the night and apply artificial tears to her eyes so that way she won't go blind. But ever since we started using Rx Canna Care, I would say about 11 days after that, after we first started, Emily started getting amazing results to where her eyelids were starting to close. The inflammation started going away and her skin started clearing up little by little. The larger scales have gone away. The smaller ones haven't all gone away yet, so it's not like it's curing it, but it's definitely treating it better than any other product we have ever tried. So it really is amazing. The before and after pictures prove it, and we don't want to stop using this product with her because everyone around her notices it, including Emily herself. Emily will say, I love the way that this cream feels on my skin. She says it doesn't burn. She says that it makes her feel better. It's almost like a relief when we apply it to her. And then just going back to like the eyes, Emily's able to close her eyes at night comfortably when she goes to sleep, and we don't have to worry about getting up in the middle of the night to place artificial tears in her eyes because of this product.
Awesome.
That's awesome. You know,
Go ahead, Twompson.
I was gonna say that's awesome, and I look forward to any kind of feedback you guys have, because at the end of the day, we're here to custom curate it and help you guys the best. So if there's any kind of feedback that you have on formulas or different versions or blends that might be beneficial for certain areas, we're definitely open to hearing any of your suggestions. Because like you're saying, we're experiencing it firsthand with you at the same time. So that's what's crazy about it, because for the first time, there's an ingredient that really has so many beneficial properties, and it can help so many different ailments that it's hard to even document it or track it. So I really appreciate you guys, taking the time to do the follow-ups and to make sure that you're documenting what you are, so that we can know how to help other people and continue doing what we do.
And yeah, and just the progress that we've had with Emily and that we're still continuing to see, it literally has been a life-changing product for Emily. And she notices it when she goes to sleep. She prefers it over every other kind of cream or lotion that we applied on her skin. She always asks for that first. And the results, they prove it. From the before and after pictures to her just feeling comfortable and preferring it over everything else, I know that Emily is satisfied and very happy with this product.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, even seeing the pictures, it's like I was even telling some people, I was showing some of the pictures too. It's like seeing her smile, the way that she smiled. Like a girl her age and going through what she's going through, a girl like that won't fake a smile. Like, she genuinely looked like, wow, like she was happy. She seemed so ecstatic that she felt good about herself, and her skin seemed to feel good. So that was amazing. Brought tears to my eyes just seeing it, because that's like I think that's why. Sometimes I think it's weird, here I am, an ex-weed grower, not ex, I still grow weed, but I'm a, grown man, grow weed, and I run a skincare company. But it's seeing firsthand how many people that I'm actually helping, which is what really keeps me doing what I do, because I feel like we are on to something, and it's it shows that the way the government is acting, the way they're acting, and they know that they've been hiding it for so long, and it's crazy that they've been keeping this from people, when it's been there this whole time.
And yeah, like you just said, the government trying to keep a lid on this and classify it as a class 1 or a scheduled 1 narcotic right next to heroin is just ridiculous. And they know, and the government knows, they've seen and they've heard voices of millions. And yeah, like you just said about the government trying to keep a lid on this and calling it a scheduled 1 drug narcotic right along with heroin is just ridiculous. I mean, the results and people saying that the CBD and the plant helps them on a medical level is, God damn it. Holding it down from proceeding. And yeah, like you were just saying about the government trying to keep a lid on it. Yeah, like you were saying, the government, they're trying to keep a lid on it and call it a drug scheduled as a class 1 or a scheduled 1 narcotic right along with heroin. It's just ridiculous. There's hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people that have said that they have benefited from this plant on a medical level. And it's just ridiculous that it's being held back and not used as a medicine when there are clearly thousands of stories with documented proof saying that this helps.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
So yeah, Joanne, Twompson, we really appreciate you guys calling in and speaking with us for a little bit and answering our questions, educating us, and letting us know that this is something that is more in the best interest of the people that are using it than your own.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make that happen soon.
Yes, and really want for Twompson to meet Emily.
Yes, absolutely. Twompson, we would love to have Emily meet you.
That'd be great.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Anything else?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, Twompson, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy trying to get ready for San Jose, and good luck with that.
Yeah, Twompson, good luck with San Jose. We hope it goes real good for you.
Yeah, thank you. And of course, if you ever have any questions or any comments, you can always contact me. I'm always here.
Well, awesome. I really appreciate that, Twompson. You have a good day, all right?
I will. You too.
So that about wraps it up for this video. Hopefully it gave you some insight to the company about their values and their products. If you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button down below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way you can keep up with the future videos that we have coming up. Also, be sure to check out some of the other videos that we've already made. All right, thank you very much. Bye.